getting a little warm in here, isn't it?
Yeah! Open up the garage door.
Yo, I got your back, brother. Yeah! Little warm.
Thank you, thank you. I'm glad somebody's listening.
Yes, sir.
All right. With aspersion, her body calls out to her, requisite for dreams, as she sat in that stale chair, eyes open to voice. Across the room dancing for father, she hears not his words of loving conviction, of the days gone by to say hello, of the persistent petulant fiddling. She hears not her brother's cries from quiet rooms, of daddy opening and closing doors to crooked memories. She hears not the bedpost of sister's room as she rebels in teenage tangibility, tasting adulthood again and again. The sound of distant showers spraying away the sins of dominance do not fall onto her ears. She is deaf to the wrongdoings. She is deaf. And flaccid father, now encased in white sheets, becomes a meal for cancer, and she cries to daddy, she, cheek-stained and weathered hands, groping for truth, say, for you see, friends, daddy never laid a hand on her, but never laid a hand in front of her either.
Dang. I got chills, man. That was powerful. I understood every word of it, too. Especially the part where you, no. Put the, no.
This next one is about one of those relationships that you find yourself in, and you just don't know how to get out of it, but you stay in it because you're afraid to be alone. Dancing that little dance of lotus buds, we step, step, step in our nighttime while daybreak shines on stumbling toes. Grace like the edges of a gust road in, we trampede along our timelines. Black slacks, swish, 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 and blue and heaving, we exhaust and we squander our 20s, stuck in a tepid tango, named you and me, lovers. The sex is a David, a great David, deferring the Goliath-sized blisters, burning our feet. We dance the dance that is beauty and blue. Gentle suitors, monocled and conditioned to wait, sit in and dreams of the song's ending. That crash of cymbals, the alarm clock buzzing for us to encounter another day. Their turn to cut it and dance, and I call them fans, and they call upon me where we would stop dancing. Empty smiles grit through the fire of distant hopes, and not so empty eyes watch real-time twin Pisces breaking the DJ. That hip-hop priestly burrow caving in before us. The zeitgeist of our sour splendor and idol worship by mendicants broke for love. Cast us in silver and faced us as spin twins swimming along to a tournament for passion that is beauty and blue. Those damn fish took their place and shook their place, and we too did wait for a dying bull. Stagger, stagger, stagger to the nearest exit. Fed hands, sweat pouring, palms clenched, cried years that we carried that two-step, that one-two-step, the beats of a nighttime love that is blurry and full. Stay, stay, stay. Shackled in our warmth, we get heated, hot friction, weary and worn. We lay and we lay. Breathe deeply now. Inhale that aromatic tangibility of comfort. Recognize that you are now yoga master, one with your breath, conscious and understood. Smile at me upon pillows tossed in a terry, a splendid sensual embrace, a timed 3-count waltz, a bedroom dance, and do so now just for show. And I can hear you vibrate those vocal cords in a capricious manner. Exhale, come, covered breath, and talk of fancies and Nancy's and of lavender soap. Talk of lingering frustrations and tonal vibrations, the disgust of our nation and of cabbages and kings. Inhale and talk the size of our dicks, the sunset whipping daylight and of South Thailandic HIV patients now core. Inhale and talk so I can smell those salty words and wait for your teeth to show. And that stoic water surface, narcissist called lover. The night, a tribute to what is beauty and blue. Then a yellow hue dew comes through and I begin to ache. Morning time bringing thoughts of what would be regret. And I stretched and commanded answers of myself. How long will this continue? How long will I seek comfort for a countership and you for me and solace for good sex? A sun and a sun's mere legs and images of a self-repeat playing cards on the striking beats of the spoke of a childhood bike like a beat, beat, beats and I answered a tempest of tearing on clothes. Shouldn't have waned from snooze, late for my life and morning stud seen scrapple and crawl green for their turn in Chronos Arena. Then, in a time so unholy, then I am mindful of age and ring after ring, I am 10 fingers full and deceiving our fans. And night after night we break at the eve of what seems 10,000 dawns. We break before the talk turns to us, named you and me, lovers. And we don't stop. 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 Until the day breaks and we stumble over our four left feet.
Yeah!
And I got one more for you guys. This I wrote for a fundraiser for Haiti. I read it again for the tornado victims of Northwest Ohio, and I think that it's a good message that I'd like to share for everybody else. The tongues of creation sang a melody to dance to. He was named lyric to clear throat and spit us from his lips. For the last time till we meet again, we fly. It is beauty wind that carries us to our destination. It is Earth Mother that opens her bosom to soften our descent into what is fated and full. Her instincts swell her, and we now inhale in a mirrored mocking of worship. Sister Moon ebbs her waters, and we then exhale to mimic a waving retreat. It is wings break off the landing while we skid to a torrent of plumage in our sold-out destinations. They flew into clouds were made this day, and man looked up and saw birds, and bunnies, and revolution. That day, a long time ago, we had fetid hands, fingers stretched to another, and grasped for a sign that we feel now and forever young. Crawling, we bobbed our heads to the beat of mother's bosom. That heart ticked away slowly and calculated to a melody of our love. Beat, beat, said her bosom, and we knocked it back. Beat, beat. Instrumental tongues sang out lyric strained chords. A harmony fell even unto the ears of the deaf. The dumb danced, and the dead now trembled in righteous anticipation. Bulls were cast in gold, and finned twin fish in silver, and quartz gods settled their ash cheeks into altars, while instrumental tongue talked to us. Listening followed gurus, picked up their ears and pricked up their feet, and paraded in the sands of lovers, while bedded children full and trembled sang along Stravinsky's foul notes, while lullaby beasts of nighttime rain bequeathed the throne to those in glory rays. He called out to antagonize widowed weepers, bandaged with ropes in a fevered splendor, do you not dance? Filling the streets with chameleon love-struck lovers, a pulse running throughout, omnipotent and splendid, vibrating the strings between us and between us. While he called out to the Creole-tongued musicians, brass-lipped and sunburnt, they smiled in the fleeting recognition of him, and inspired all them with their song. The Rasti's pot-stained fingers snapped their beat to the mother's bosom, while monocle Catholic children kneeled and pitied the yogis and chai drinkers while they smiled in recognition. Tranny hookers pulled on pumps and clicked their heels to the beat, while peg-leg pirates stubbed their toes on the aisles left behind, while the yachtmen paraded breadcrumbs of nickel and gold. Balances were lost in our day of plume. That balance was there before lyric called out the name of you and me, my favorite and my grandfather's grandfather and yours. That balance was there before the beat of mother's bosom and Yo Tongue's creation song. That balance was there, and that balance still is. Open your ears and see the syllable called om. Open your eyes and hear the silence between the beat, beat, beat. Instrumental tongue does not ask of us why we dance, only of us that we do. Through the shivers of a fevered earth mother, feel the temperature rise to cure and mollify a scale of pebble clinking happenings. Know that the beat will be bounced back, and we will live on through the shrill trill of earthquakes and quivers. Know that we will pick up the pieces of our altars that crumbled like stale bread. Know that we will evolve and revolve back to the embedded hibernation, the conscious realization taking stock in nothing at all. Know that the beat of our bosom will carry us all. all. Know that we will know all when we were young and filled our heads with the judgments of humanity. Know that we will once again smile in the ebbing waters and beautied wind. Know that we will once again take heirs and be spoon-fed back to heaven again. Thank you.